Awesome.
Cool,
We're
bro.
recording. We
What's up,
are.
man? Go ahead, dude.
What's up?
No, we live.
What's we live, motherfuckers? Andrea, Robbie, what's good? Episode. I believe this is episode what? 17 now.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
we're staying busy.
We're pumping them
Staying
out.
busy on these. Yeah. Recaps on recaps, people. So make sure you listen in on us. Usually, what the day after a fight night. Let's talk about it, man. Fucking Fight Island again.
Yeah, the
That
final
was
card on Fight Island, bro. The best one, though.
mm-hmm. Let's talk. You break it down, my man. What was your favorite? Wait. Hold on a minute. I gotta interrupt that. You called the first fight. What was his name? I can't.
Oh,
It's
Hamzat Chimaev.
yes, yes. You brought up that fight, saying you were looking forward to that one, seeing this fighter, and you kind of made the comparison to Khabib, and then after he won, I've been seeing all these posts saying him being compared to Khabib, man. So let's talk about that because you spotlighted that fight our last episode.
Yeah, that dude's fucking awesome. He trains out in Stockholm with fucking Alexander Gustafsson, so that's pretty cool. You know his fucking wrestling's on point. For
Yep,
show, for show.
definitely.
But he literally carried this man, fucking Reese McKee, I believe is who he fought. He carried
hmm
him clear across the octagon straight to his fucking corner, and it was
Yeah,
all over after that, dude.
yeah.
Ground
That
and
was
pound,
crazy.
fucking. How
My
do you
boy
fucking
Jake.
finish that?
By the way,
What
my
Jake
boy
say?
Jake. Oh man, that's the first thing he fucking said, man. He just couldn't believe he took that man clear across the fucking octagon. And it's funny because he was the first one to react to that fight out of anyone I knew because I knew you were still watching the bout. So, but he hit me up right after that, and I was like, man, my boy Robbie said that this guy was something to watch, and he called it. This is crazy. He's man, it's something about those guys from out in the east, man, out in the far east of Europe, man. They're fucking amazing wrestlers,
Yeah, man. Those Russians are fucking wild.
bro.
But fuck, dude,
Killer,
I couldn't believe he literally just picked the dude up. It carried him like a fucking child
yeah,
to the corner, dude. It was
yeah.
hilarious. But
And go ahead.
no, I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to say, man. He was hyped after he had that victory, man. He said he'd smash everybody, and like literally and figuratively, he meant both. He literally that's his style. He's trying to smash him. He's trying to smash everybody, and man, it was he called out both divisions, man. I believe he called out the middleweight and the fucking welterweight divisions.
Yeah, he's cool with going. He can go back to back on this like every other week, I guess. He said he's
I
willing
heard
to fight welter one week and middleweight the next weekend or whatever
I
crazy
heard
shit he wants to do,
they're
dude.
already setting up his next fight date. I
Yeah,
saw some shit floating around today saying that he's already in contract negotiations for another fight pretty soon.
yeah, dude. He's fighting August 15th on the 251 card.
Who are they going to give him?
Uh,
Are there any details on his opponent?
no, they haven't found an opponent for him yet, but they said they'll find his ass one for the main, and they'll put him on the main card.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, how do you think he'd fare in that welterweight division, man? Against I guess you can say the top 10. Let's bring up any of the top 10 if you feel like one stands out to you.
Mm,
Because this might be a
fuck, dude, that's
prediction, people.
hard, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they might throw
And let me
him a
pull up the
top 10 guy.
welters. Oh, they will. Top 15 at least, man.
Yeah, they're gonna throw him a nice ranked opponent for him to be in the mix now. But I don't know, man. The hype that he's carrying behind him, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets someone inside that 10. I mean, definitely top 15. I agree on that. There's no way in hell.
Lawler would be a good ass fight. Him and
Ooh,
Lawler, he's number 13.
Robbie Lawler,
Neil
yeah.
Magny's 14. That wouldn't be bad either.
hmm
Anthony Pettis is 15.
I can't believe Pettis moved up to 170, man. That's in my opinion, that's a big jump from 55 to 70. So that's definitely cool to see.
Yeah, but he himself, he called out Damian Maya. But I personally like the Michael Chiesa fight. That'd be interesting.
He wants Damian Maya so he can get an easy fucking stand up scrap.
Yeah.
uh, and he's old.
I don't know. Kies's defense is like 70%.
Nice.
I don't
So
know.
what? So what do you think,
Shit.
man? You think they're gonna give him any of those names you just mentioned?
Most likely they'll probably give him Lawler. I don't think they'll give him Damian Maya.
Lawler, that'd be an interesting one, huh? Woo! If
It's
he's
either
fighting the
Lawler or
veteran.
Magny. Yeah, because Magny is supposed to fight soon, I think.
Nice. Well, we'll
So
see if he
maybe he'll
pulls.
get the winner of that.
All right. August 15th. We'll keep our ears open for that one.
Let me see. Where's Magny at? I'm supposed to. Anyways, I don't know when Magny's supposed to fight, but yeah, dude, August 15th, he's going to be on that Stipe and Cormier card.
Nice. Nice.
So that'll be interesting to
Awesome.
see.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna wait to see what opponent he's gonna get. Hopefully, he does get one of those better names. Because I think at this point, with that hype he's carrying, it'll be a smart move on UFC's part to get him someone legit. You feel me? See if he can really smash these boys as he claims.
Yeah, I agree with you. But hey, fucking Gus, man, he let us fucking down, bro.
Yes, yes, we were we
Verdum
were
tapped
really
him
looking
out.
forward to that. Yeah, man, we were both agreeing that this was going to be a big step up for Gus in his career, and everyone was saying, in the MMA world, at least, a few fighters were saying he was going to be great at heavyweight, man.
Yeah, I
So
thought it was
break
gonna
down
be his
that one.
coming out party, man. Basic coming out, stand up was fine until Verdum started
Yeah.
trying to fucking take his ass down.
Yep.
He got him
Of
down
course.
within 2 minutes, probably inside the 2 minute mark of the first
Yeah.
round. He tried to originally get an armbar, but that was
Yeah.
unsuccessful. Or no, not was it? Yeah. Well, he ended up getting an armbar, but the
Yeah.
original
Obviously.
armbar attempt was unsuccessful.
Yep.
But
Yep.
he eventually rolled him over and then was able to break his arm free and fucking. I'm pretty sure he snapped that shit, dude.
Oh man, it looked pretty bad at the end. I was I was definitely clinching my jaw on that one. Dude, it's just one of those things where you would obviously think that Gus's camp and his coaches were going to get ready for any situation on the ground. I mean, that's what Verdum's known for, bro. I mean, he's been known when he got into the UFC that he's a jiu-jitsu stud, and he's shown a lot of great striking in the past. So you can't just kind of single him out as a jiu-jitsu guy because he definitely had some good stand-up exchanges in his past. But in my opinion, I think what happened with Gus was just, you know, I don't know if he expected for him to try and take him down that soon and have to constantly defend those attempts, and then as soon as he got him down into the position he needed, maybe Gus felt uh, like, I wouldn't say lost, but I'd say just the whole sequencing of the fight, it just threw him off, and I think that's what really got him. It just really threw him off uh, mentally. That on the ground he obviously didn't have any chance.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I think he prepared for a stand up fight, and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
definitely
It
not
was
what
all
came out.
mental.
Mhm.
It was all mental, man. And I think, but I mean, that's Gus though. I mean, he's a stud on the feet, man. He's a stud on the stand up aspect of the game. So obviously, moving up to the big boy class, to the heavyweights, I think he might have was just getting ready for preparation to really be in some slugfest. You know what I mean? Even supposedly with a guy like Verdum, where like I said, Verdum's had good stand up exchanges in the past, but I think he was just expecting a more uh, a more back and forth kind of situation, man. So I don't think this is going to slow Gus down. It's definitely heartbreaking for sure, but there's so much competition in the heavyweight division for him to try and move up the ladder for. I mean, he's definitely got to be in the path of some bigger names, man. Maybe even Curtis Blades would be a future fight for him to prove himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely feel like they should give him a striker. I feel like we'd get a better matchup out
Yeah,
of that. You
yeah.
can't throw him in there against a grappler. I mean, Curtis Blades would have fucked Alexander Gustafsson
Well,
up, man.
absolutely, but that would be something that Gus would need to actually. because UFC doesn't give you many chances. You know what I mean? Like
No,
it
three
it'd
strikes
be a
are out.
proving fight. Yeah, exactly. So like I would match him up with a Curtis Blades for him to really show if he's even worthy of competing because I mean it's a different mindset at this point. So let's see where he goes, man. But I know John Jones was talking shit, right?
Oh yeah, John
He was
Jones was
talking mad shit.
blasting him, bro.
Oh man, well, I didn't see all the tweets or everything that he posted. Like, what was some of the stuff he was saying?
I only saw that one with the eyes, but that says it all
Yeah.
right there.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, read between the lines, right?
Hmm.
Read between the fucking lines. And this is the thing though. Who is John and his team gonna try to match themselves up with? Because John's got a little bit of pull in this. You know what I mean? I know that him and Dana have a have their back and forth, but a guy like John Jones and his name and what it means to go to heavyweight is definitely because it's going to give Dana another star at 205, and it's going to fucking promote the fact that your number one breadwinner, you're fucking the goat of MMA, in my opinion, is moving up to your fucking money class, your heavyweights. Um, that's definitely going to be interesting to see how John's going to be able to negotiate who he gets. You know, I know a
Yeah,
lot of people are thinking about that.
he doesn't want anyone but Francis, dude. So what
Really?
I'm thinking is Stipe and DC are both gonna retire, so they're gonna vacate the
Yeah.
heavyweight title, right?
Yeah.
So that Francis he is the fucking uncrowned king of the heavyweights
He's the
right now.
champion. Yeah, he
No
should
doubt
be
about that.
champion. Yep. Yep.
So that's who John Jones wants. If John Jones gets paid, John Jones will fight Francis. If not, he's going to continue to take the next guy at light heavyweight.
Okay.
That's how I see that one
Francis would
going.
be Francis would be huge. That'd be pay-per-view status. I mean that's one of those things where I mean it might we might have to wait for a crowd. We might have to wait for an actual arena setting with people in the stands, but that's gonna be a long time from now.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, it sucks.
And I hope John doesn't stay inactive for that long. That's what but it can go both ways. But in my opinion, I think people might say that it'll keep him preserved, but you're not on the pedal. You're not pedaling, like you normally are, and you're not going to be the same person after a layoff like that.
Absolutely not. It definitely takes a toll on you for sure.
Yeah,
But it looks
it's
like he's been training well though,
yeah.
or
Oh, I'm
training
sure he
heavy at
has.
least.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I know his team's got him down. I mean, dude, he's a multi-million-dollar fighter, dude. You're like a thoroughbred. So your team and your coaching staff and all that, your priority. It doesn't matter that there's no fight date or nothing in the foreseeable future. When you've got the mills behind you, when you've got those fucking M's and those commas as a fighter, there's yeah. There's no way you've stopped training. You flew sparring partners over. You built a home gym on your compound. Like it's real. So John definitely has the money for it, and he definitely has the type of life for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's just
I
hope he
don't.
wasn't doing any coke.
Oh, fuck, man.
What do you
The
think,
fucking
my man?
devil, bro. It's a little white devil right there, man. He
Man,
needs
he
to
he
stay
just
away from that shit.
he just needs to smoke pot. That's all he needs to do, bro. He just needs to smoke the herb, smoke
Yeah.
some really good herb, and that's all he needs. He wouldn't need any other thing. He wouldn't need the snow.
No, he
That'll
doesn't need
ruin his
anything else.
career. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah. It already has.
It already has, exactly. But his talent, that just shows you the sheer level of talent he possesses because going through all that, he's still at the top. Physically, that is, like against his opposition. I mean, who knows how he is mentally, but physically, he's still at the top. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt about that. He's
It's
always going to
insane.
be at the top.
It's insane. It just shows you how good he is. But as an athlete, cocaine, forget about it. That'll
Fuck yeah, that shit fucks you up.
that, that'll have you dead at the age of fucking 55
Yeah.
and just drop dead.
So let's get into this fucking Shogun and Lil Nog fight,
Oh
dude. One
man.
judge gave it to fucking Lil Nog.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know what, dude? I was back and forth on that fight. I just at that point I something told me to watch, but I just I didn't really watch the whole thing, man. I didn't catch the whole thing, and then I just caught the highlights right
Got
at the
tired
end of
watching
everything.
dust fly off you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said it
there
was
you
gonna
go.
be the old man fight, man. I saw
That's
Shogun,
exactly.
like Lil Nog. I mean, he hasn't really changed much physically because they looked that way for a while, but I saw Shogun and I was like, that's a whole different person.
Oh
That was a
fuck yeah.
completely different person. I was like, I can't watch this. I
No,
can't.
they got to get tested and shit. Yeah, he's totally different.
Oh man. So how'd that go, dude? Because like I said, I didn't really catch it, man. I was just kind of doing my own thing, chilling.
Um, I gave here. I can actually tell you how I scored it because I scored it on Verdict. Shout out Verdict MMA. That shit is
Nice,
sick.
reliable source.
It is. I gave the first round to Shogun, second round
Yeah.
to Lil Nog, and then the third round to Shogun as well. It
Nice,
was a
nice,
pretty close fight, dude. Chael Sonnen actually had Lil Nog winning, which is surprising.
nice. Wow, interesting. Was there a lot of ground action? Like, was Nog trying to take him down constantly, or what?
He was trying, but he wasn't very successful.
Oh, okay.
So it was mostly a stand up, and Shogun, Shogun's always going to win the stand up game, man.
But I've always remembered Shogun to have good takedown defense. He's
Yeah.
been that way since the Pride days. So I mean, I guess you could say that was a good fight for Shogun to be matched for. I mean, especially at this age, man. Perfect opponent.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good matchup for them. If it were Shogun versus a younger competitor, I wouldn't watch that
No,
shit, dude. That'd just
there's
be
no way.
fucking, that's
There's
unfair.
no
But for
way.
Lil Nog to go out, it sucks. But it was still a
Yeah.
good fight.
Nice, nice. That's interesting. That's a positive. Fuck, 'cause I was expecting, like I said, I was just expecting it to be, like you said, a bunch of dust flying around.
Hmm.
Oh man, but yeah, Shogun, his stand up department's always been fun to watch, man. Um, obviously, I think once he crossed paths with Jones in his career, it definitely changed him because he used to be the most terrifying fighter on the stand up aspect. His Muay Thai game was out of this world, and guys were terrified of it. But after that Jones win, or that Jones loss, as I should say, uh, it definitely changed. It was Shogun's next chapter of his career, but now he's got to retire. You know what I mean? He's got to retire. Both of those guys.
Yeah, speaking of that, Shogun was kicking the shit out of Lil Nog, dude, and he was just taking him like it was nothing, man. It was really
Really?
surprising.
Leg kicks? Was it
Yep.
all leg kicks?
Body
Wow.
kicks, yeah. Kicks straight to the body, dude. He was
Wow.
just standing
Nice.
there like nothing. It was interesting.
Nice. He still Shogun still has that kind of Muay Thai stand up format. You know, he's got those high hands and he still bounce those toes, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's really what he reverted to in that one too. Like I'm pretty sure that's how all three fights went. He really
Yeah.
just uses Muay Thai to beat the
Yeah.
shit out of fucking Lil Nog.
But what's crazy is, dude, those guys met when they were young men, man. When they were fucking fresh, primed up. Like it's crazy that they meet up this part of their career in the UFC, especially.
Yeah, it's
Props to
crazy, man.
UFC for putting that one up. All bullshit aside, I know it's talking shit about saying it was an old man's ass fight, but fuck, at least they made that happen.
Yeah, it was cool to see for sure. Especially it's pretty much both. They're both at the end of their career. They've already fought
Yeah.
twice, and now they fought twice in the UFC and once in
Yep.
Pride.
Yep.
That's really cool, man.
That is cool. That's a historic Hall of Fame worthy career for both. I mean, for them to have that on their resume, no one could fucking say anything bad about that ever. Um, but let's move on to the main.
Yeah,
That was
how do you feel about that result, bro?
uh yeah. You know what? I agree with that result. I mean, the decision win for Whittaker was definitely was not surprising. I wasn't surprised. How about you?
Uh, I wasn't surprised, but I expected it to go the other way.
Yeah. Oh, we both did. Yeah, we both
Mm.
did. We both expected it to go the other way. Um, but I mean, Whitaker held his own, man. I know that we were expecting Tilt to fucking boss him up on the stand up, but Whitaker definitely hustled. I mean, that's his style, man.
Yeah, in the
He's
first. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
go no, no, go ahead, go ahead. No, I want you to fucking give me your take on it.
Yeah, in the first, Darren Till tried to jump on him, but Whittaker, he used the jab to fucking kind of keep him in check. So
Mm-hmm.
Darren Till probably
Great
walked
boxing.
into his jab at least 3 times in the
Yeah.
first round, and after that,
Yeah.
he didn't try that shit again.
Yeah. Till, man, that's a good example of a guy who has a wrestling style of boxing, as I call it. It's like a
Mm.
it's like an MMA wrestler's boxing style, and like you said, he used that jab nicely. I don't think Till was expecting that, huh?
No, Till definitely didn't expect that, and he definitely
Yeah,
didn't expect his knee to get kicked out in the second round. That's
yeah,
really what
that
cost him
was
the
big.
fight.
Yeah, that was huge. That'll. I mean, that you're taking his legs from him, dude. You're taking his legs from him, and a guy like Till is going to need that to strike the way he does. I mean, he loves to kick, so that was a detrimental moment. Um, but I mean, do you think Whittaker showed, I guess you can say, a refreshed look onto his game again? Like, you think he's got another chance at the title? You think he's got first dibs after Costa from
I
that
feel like,
performance at least?
dude, that dude is fucking Rose Namajunas. I swear to fucking God. You know,
Oh
like,
man,
she's
yeah,
had an amazing comeback herself, and that's who I could really relate into. Is
that's
he's kind
that's a
of
good
the Rose
comparison.
Namajunas of the middleweights
That's a
for
good
sure.
comparison. I like that. That's a
Uh,
real good comparison. Um,
an immediate title rematch? I don't see it. I think he's gonna have to go through Jack Hermanson first, or
wow.
someone
Okay.
of that caliber.
Nice. That's a fresh name in that fucking mix. I like it. I like that one.
Let's see. Costa, I still don't think is gonna win the title. If Costa wins, they would give Whittaker the fucking
The fight
rematch
for
after
Costa.
that. Yeah.
Really? There's no way in hell Costa's winning. I know we've said this over and over again. Fuck Paulo Costa and fuck his fucking doctor that fucking gives him TRT.
For real, fuck that man. Can't even. Bro, he said that was that there was no way those two trained, and that it
Yeah.
was a fuck ugly fight. Like what the fuck?
That's what
I
Costa
was like,
said?
yeah,
No
last night.
fucking
That's
way.
what he said
No,
about
he
last
did
night's
not.
main. Swear to God, the tweet's on fucking Twitter.
Okay, first off, if it came to just, I'll be honest, man. If it was a stand-up affair, uh, I'd still think Whitaker would smash Costa. That's my opinion. I think that'll happen that way. But I don't I don't see why Costa's fucking trying to talk all that shit when you see Costa on his training tapes and he looks like a bodybuilder trying to learn how to fucking box. That's what all his training tapes look like. And I am talking shit, and that's exactly what he looks like when he's on the stand-up. But obviously, it's not just a stand-up fight, so I get it. Me talking shit maybe not has full relevancy in the MMA fucking octagon, but still, I think it's out of line that Costa's trying to talk that type of shit, especially to those two guys.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up. They dropped each other,
Yeah,
and fucking fuck.
it
What was I
was a
gonna
good
say?
match. It was a
Yeah,
good
dude, it was a
fucking
really
match.
fucking good match. I mean,
It was a
Whitaker took
great
so
match.
much fucking damage from Till's elbows and fucking in the first round, Till was really fucking him up with the kicks before
Yep.
his knee got stomped out in the second.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it was a close fight, and I thought it was entertaining as fuck, dude.
It was. It was an entertaining fight. It definitely was. I mean, dude, that cut was gnarly though. God damn, that was a deep one.
He hit it really
Woo!
well though. Herb Dean could
Oh,
have stopped it right there, dude.
yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Even when it was cleaned up, it looked fucking terrible, dude. I mean, it was a it was a nice gash, and like you said, that's definitely a cut worthy that could have been stopped, but thankfully, Herb D knows his shit.
Yeah, thankfully so, dude. Speaking of that, fucking
Yes, I
Dan.
saw
Yeah,
that.
let's get into that, dude. Fucking
Oh
Dan
my
Hardy got
goodness.
pissed.
So you sent me a bunch of shit. I ended up training and working out, but I read what you said. It was about his boy being in there, and he got stopped, obviously, but Hardy felt that it was called too late. So what's the detail on that?
Yeah, it was the Francisco Trinaldo versus Jay Herbert, and 37 actually had a bet on him,
Okay.
which is unfortunate for 37, but that's
Oh
okay.
shit! I did
Uh,
not
Trin-
know that. I did not know that.
Trinaldo ended up hitting him with an overhand left in the third
Okay.
round, and
Uh-huh.
he instantly fell, bro, just like straight back.
Oh
And
shit.
Trinaldo stopped because he thought he was out. Herb Dean comes to the side and like he didn't call it, so Trinaldo kept striking him, and then Herb Dean finally calls it. And Dan Hardy knows that dude who got fucking laid out, Jay Herbert,
Yeah.
and he was upset because he felt like it was a late stoppage because he thought he was out. But Herb Dean came back in defense and saying that he wasn't out and all this other shit, and that
Yeah. Yeah.
he shouldn't have announcers yelling to stop the fight because there's only two people that can stop the fight, which is the doctor and the commission, I guess.
Oh man, he's trying to be professional. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it could have been stopped. I understand how it could have been stopped.
Yeah.
But if you stop that fight right there, then you have a Dominic Cruz situation with people saying, "Oh, you should have let me try to get up." So either way, it's a lose-lose situation for these fuck.
It is. It is.
So everybody needs to lay off these fools.
Yeah, I mean,
especially the announcers, man.
Yeah, I mean, but remember Hardy's always been a fucking brash dude, especially when he was a fighter, man. So of course he wasn't gonna be able to control his emotions at that point. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true, and I understand it's hard to, especially when you know the person. But
yep, exactly.
You can't do that shit on air, bro. That's out of line.
No, it is. It absolutely is, especially when there's no crowds. And I mean, everyone can hear anything that's being said in that fucking room, pretty much. I mean, it is a room, in my opinion, the way it's set up. But it's definitely it's. I wish I saw that, but I only saw the fucking dispute that him and Herb Dean had. So I had to get the scoop from you, bro.
Yeah, it was it was questionable, but Dan Hardy was out of line.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Fucking Dan Hardy, you think he's gonna be taking any repercussions from the UFC, or has he already?
He hasn't yet, but they're gonna get his ass.
Fuck, man, and he just had a good gig going too, bro. Oh, Dan. Hopefully he's fine. But I mean, I know how the UFC is though, dude. UFC with their employees, it's like one strike and you're gone type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sucks, especially on commentary. They want that shit to be super professional.
Yeah, everyone hears your voice. Everyone at home, you become essentially a household voice, especially for the UFC. So, yeah, that makes sense. I've always liked Dan Hardy though, man. I enjoyed watching him when he was still fighting. But I've heard some of his shit because he does work for ESPN, right?
No, UFC hires them.
UFC,
they hire all the commentators and shit, and then ESPN just does the broadcasting.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so he's still employed with the UFC. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they might give him a chance. You know what I mean? They might give him another go at it. But it would be pretty severe to fire him right then and there.
As long as he can keep his lid together, bro, he's a great commentator. He knows exactly what the hell he's talking about, and he breaks down fights really well. I enjoy his commentary until he starts yelling at people. But that's my problem with Michael Bisping lately too. Is stop the fight, stop the fight. It's like, bro,
yeah.
Would you want your fucking fight stopped?
Yeah, I know. That's the veteran's voice talking. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? They definitely wouldn't want someone doing that in their position. But at the same time, like these veteran fighters that they use as commentators, that's their I guess you can say veteran voice. You know what I mean? Like that's just how they see things now from an outside standpoint, not a fighter anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, their perspective changes too. So I get that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's perspective. It's all perspective. Fuck. But yeah, man. So that was a pretty good night of fights, man.
Amazing card, man. I still think it was the best one.
Best one on Fight Island so far, right? Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going back in September, so we'll see what they got.
Ooh. So the August event's gonna be in Vegas.
Yeah, all the August events are gonna be here at Apex.
Nice. So is all of July's events over with, or there's still gonna be a couple more?
No, July's done. They have a card next Saturday, but it's August 1st, so we're into August, bro. Leo season. Shit. My birthday's in a couple weeks.
Oh shit! There you go. When's your birthday?
August 20th. What?
August 20th. God damn. Fuck. 8/20/2020. Triple 20.
Yes, sir.
I
Triple
love it.
20.
That's the year. Hey, listen, people gotta listen up, man. Everyone that's at home depressed about this whole thing, this is the time to make your moves. Period. That's all I gotta
Oh,
say.
facts.
2020 is the year to make your
100%.
moves because now we can work from home. Boom. There it
And
is.
if you're not, you're fucking up.
You're fucking up. You're fucking up. 2020 is supposed to be the move in silence year, people. Move in fucking
Facts.
silence.
What else did I?
So I
So what
want
do
to
you
bring
think
this
about
up.
Herb Dean, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Herb
Bring
Dean.
up.
Herb Dean. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Give your thoughts on Herb, and then get into what you want to talk about.
Herb, I, Herb's always been a great referee, man. I enjoyed listening to him on Rogan's podcast, and the man has seen every style of fighting, every style of combat in front of him, and I trust his take on shit. In regards to him getting into that dispute with Dan Hardy, I would still ride with Herb Dean on his expertise and how he judges finishes and what he would do because he's been in some of the greatest fights in UFC history. So all respect to that man. That's how I feel. I don't think anyone, especially a fighter, getting into it with Herb Dean, whether it be a guy commentating or a fighter, talking shit about whatever happened last night. Uh, I would ignore all that because Herb Dean knows his shit. You feel me?
Fuck yeah! Every time I see him in the octagon, I'm like, fuck yeah, it's Herb Dean. Let's go. But
Yeah,
anyways,
dude, he's been in wars. But yeah, so I was gonna bring up because you hit me up last night, or I think the day before, or no, yesterday about Virgil Ortiz getting matched up to his next opponent and who they think they want him to be matched up with. So they brought up Keith Thurman, which I did bring that up. Uh, they brought up Danny Garcia, and I think it was Sean Porter. So all three were former Danny Garcia and Sean Porter were former WBC champions for the 147 division. That's the green belt. Um, and then Keith Thurman was the WBA champion of 147, which is the black belt. He lost that to Pacquiao. So they were all former champions, all former number ones in the world. And that's what Virgil said he wanted. That's what supposedly his camp and all of them want to do. Well, like I said before, not happening anytime soon because they're all premier boxing championship fighters, and Golden Boy rarely does any cross promoting with that promotion. Uh, like I said before, people need to fucking understand this and ignore all that shit you see on social media about those three opponents that I just mentioned that they want for him. Match him up with another fighter from Golden Boy because that's all Golden Boy wants to do. That's why they have a stable. That's why it's called a stable. You want to race your own, each guy is a racehorse, and you're gonna race them with each other. That's how they keep the money in the fucking bag. That's how they keep the money in the fucking circle, the Golden Boy circle, that is. And not to mention, they have a fucking outstanding fucking fighter at 147. Like I said, Rashidi Ellis. If Golden Boy was smart, they would do that because that'd be a true test for Virgil Ortiz. Not only a test, but I think Rashidi would get the victory over him. I enjoy Virgil Ortiz fighting style. I know he's a beast, but they've matched him up with undersized and not worthy opponents for the type of power and relentlessness his youth gives him at this weight class. And I want to be specific with the people. I say the youth in this weight class because boxers were known to mature to higher weight classes when we are an adult. This man's only 22. Match him up with another early 20s guy. Don't give him some old fighter that's just trying to get the big money fights 2 times a year. Give him a young, hungry fucking lion that's undefeated, that's a fucking beast. And let's see if he's the real deal. And I promise you this, I'm not a Virgil Ortiz hater. I enjoy, like I said, his fighting style, but I'm a fan of Rashidi Ellis, and I think Rashidi Ellis would put that man's campaign to rest.
Yeah, I
And
agree. They
that's a
should keep
Golden
it
Boy
in.
fighter.
And I agree. They should keep it. That's the whole reason to have your own fucking promotion in the first place. You shouldn't if you really wanted your fighters to fight other people, they would do it.
Well, it's not. I mean, this could get complicated. I believe in cross promoting because what cross promoting is when you get the best of the best fights, and that's why, my opinion, I get your opinion on the stables and having your own promotion and keeping the fights in there, but
Right.
that's for bringing up and grooming a champion. So that's why boxing has all these belts, and usually a promotion is more favorite, has favoritism to a certain organized body like the WBA, the WBO, the WBC. Like, I'm gonna put people on game for this one, and you'll notice it. All the champions usually in Top Rank are all WBO champions, the World Boxing Organization. That's the maroon colored belt for people that might not be familiar with that term. All of Top Rank's world champions that they bring up have that belt in whatever weight class they usually are in. For example, let's see. Okay, so PBC, Premier Boxing Championships, they love the WBC belts. Like, that's their favorite because it's always kind of a known thing. So the WBC belt's that emerald green color belt. Most people recognize that as like the best world championship per weight class. So if you have a WBC belt in your weight class, you're considered, the top champion. You're the one. You're the man with the fucking bankroll behind him. You know what I mean? You're the big money fight, as they say. Um, so in regards back to what I'm saying, so that's what it does when you have a good promotion, like a good stable, because you're able to bring up a decent world champion level fighter, and he gets a world champion belt with whatever organizing body or promotion favorites. But once you get that belt and you defend it a few times, maybe even a couple of times at that, then it's time to prove yourself and cross promote, right? And see if Golden Boy and Top Rank want to fucking put, you know, the WB. Oh yeah, so Golden Boy likes the WBA belt. Those are their belts, the black belt, the World Boxing Association. So, that's when it comes a time when, okay, my WBA world champion at 147 wants to fight that the one who has a WBC belt at 147, and that's why they'll do a PBC, Premier Boxing Championships cross promotion with Top Rank. But I doubt that fucking Oscar will come to an agreement with any of the Premier Boxing Championship guys to fight any of those men that they mentioned, whether it be Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, or fucking what's that called, Sean Porter. I'll tell you this: Danny Garcia is not going to want to step in with a young, hungry, fucking 22-year-old fucking knockout artist at this point of his career. I promise you that. So Danny Garcia is out. Keith Thurman, no, Keith Thurman wants a comeback fight. He just lost the title to Manny Pacquiao. And that's a big loss. I mean, that's a big payday, but it's a big loss because he was the champion. And Sean Porter, maybe Sean Porter might have a good chance. I know Sean Porter would be game for that fight, but I know his promoters and managers wouldn't be able to come to an agreement with Oscar for that fight. So I'm saying this, Oscar, if he was smart, obviously has someone that he can truly prove his man against, and that's Rashidi Ellis. And I highly suggest you Google his fights, at least a couple of them. And for the fans out there, watch his shit. Because like I said, I believe that this man would put the Virgil Ortiz bandwagon to rest. I think he would put a nice roadblock to that, because he hasn't faced, in my opinion, Virgil Ortiz faced undersized, under talented for what he needs, and a lot of them older. Like his 13th win was against Mauricio Herrera. This guy's always been undersized for that weight class, not to mention he has absolutely no power, and he's old. He's in his fucking late 30s. So they gave him an old man. And then, let's see, this last fight, this guy was an old dude that had a seasoned record, but at this point, he's past his prime in his career. So they're not giving him a true test, and why are they going to put him up against these big names? Oscar's trying to build up this star so quickly. He's trying to do it so quickly, dude. That's my take, and I can go on and on for hours about this, and I know people get sick and tired for me to do this, but that's the truth. Everything I just said is the truth. So Oscar needs to fucking actually test this man, and Rashidi Ellis is the guy to put that whole topic to rest.
Shit, that sounds good to me, man.
Oh, not to mention, Virgil just won the WBC gold belt, or the WBA gold belt for 147. That's not the world champion belt. That's like a continental belt. It's like like not even an interim belt. That's just an accolade belt. That's a ranking belt. Rashid Ellis has the WBA international belt. He has the real continental belt. He's got the belt that's below the world championship belt. So why not have both champions face for the same fucking organization? It just makes more sense that way. So we'll see. We'll fucking see, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hopefully you're right, man. Hopefully that's the fight they make. That'd be sick.
I doubt it, though. I doubt that Oscar wants to put his man in that type of danger. He ain't gonna put him in that type of danger. Watch, look up Rashid Ellis' fights when you have a chance. Watch at least one of them, maybe two, so you get a good feel for his style. And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Oscar's not gonna put his man in with this guy. He's gonna stop the undefeated record for Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion, will have a blemish on his fucking record. So it's how ironic that you've got a fighter in your own stable that can take the man down that you're trying to fucking build into like your biggest star, aside from Canelo. You know what I mean? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Fuck yeah. So what do you think he's gonna end up doing with Garcia, man?
See, this is a tough one, man. Garcia took the sideline for this last DAZN main card because he was originally supposed to be headlining a DAZN card, and now they got Virgil on that spotlight. So, and then you didn't really hear much from Ryan. There hasn't really been much talk or much drama or anything like that. But I believe that Oscar and him are probably on contractual silent, I guess you can say, conduct, as they have, they both obviously realize that they have contractual obligations to one another, as in he still needs to pay Ryan, and Ryan's one of his biggest moneymakers, and at the same time Ryan needs Oscar because that's what pays for his lifestyle. So I think right now they're just keeping things hush, not saying much, and I think they're in talks for at least one fight come fall. Ryan's gonna wait out, see how good the Golden Boy cards stack up. Maybe one or two more Golden Boy cards, and then we might see Ryan fight for a headline fight. Like I said, sometime in fall. I think fall would be a good date to watch out for Ryan Garcia's comeback.
Oh yeah, can't wait for that. I want to see that shit.
Oh yeah, man. He's exciting. He's always exciting to watch, and it's just, let's see if they'll give him a really good opponent. Let's see if they give him an opponent that people will give him credit for. That's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
He's a big star. He's a big star, and dude, I think he's got like 6+ million followers on Instagram alone.
Some shit like that.
There's not one boxer that, I think Canelo has that much, maybe more. I know Triple G has that much. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather has way more than that. So he's definitely up there in fame. I mean, Ryan Garcia is becoming a more common name for boxing. Like a lot of people that don't know boxing, a lot of the casual fans know him immediatly.
Yeah, he's definitely made himself famous on Instagram and Twitter, and social media for sure.
You spotlighted one of those things. You liked his one of his whips. I remember that.
Yeah, bro, the Lambo truck, the Urus.
Dude, he's got that red Ferrari, right?
Yeah, I saw that right next to it. It's badass too.
I think it's that 488. Yeah, you got that 488. Listen, fuck the Lambo truck. That 488 puts that Lambo truck to shame. That 488's worth like almost 200 racks more than that fucking Lambo truck, bro.
Fuck yeah. Shit's sick.
He's real casual with it. So, but listen, all that shit that I just mentioned, he better fucking realize what position he is, because if he doesn't meet the contractual obligations for Golden Boy and what he's supposed to do, all that shit could be taken away in a snap, literally, a snap. So he's got to realize what position he is. He's not his own boss yet, and until he's done with that contract with Golden Boy and he can figure out what his future is, if he decides to be self-managed and self-promoted or self-managed and newly promoted, whether for a different organization, he needs to realize that until then, to have all this shit, he's gotta fucking go to work. He's gotta put in work. He gotta get to work and put his business back on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
you
because I
can't
know.
you can't talk about it. He's got to be about it too.
Yeah, and like I said, he's got an amazing fan base now. You're one of his fucking new fans, so it's like people
For
like
sure.
you want to fucking see, the superstar come out, man, because he is a superstar. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't
So
like all the talking. I like action.
I like all about action, man. So we'll see, but man, all fucking good praise to his career because I enjoy him. I enjoy his fights. I enjoy his style, and like I said, as a young professional boxer myself, I definitely I always appreciate the young, hungry fighter on the come up doing their thing, man. Especially getting the bag.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up?
Watching his highlights, he fucking puts people to sleep, dude.
He does. He puts people to sleep. And he's not fucking a power puncher. He's a speed puncher, and that speed is what produces that true power, man. His
Yeah,
style, like it says, he's the Flash. He's the fucking Flash, man. That's his nickname.
he is, bro. Bro, when he gets going, you can't even see his fucking gloves,
he's
dude.
Yeah, the real talk is who they're gonna. You as a fan and people listening in, if you're knowing your new favorite boxers, if you're just getting into it, watch some of their tapes and really see who's in their weight class because you only watched a couple of his clips. I know that and got get to get familiar with his style, but he is a champion at 35. Now this is the thing is he's got a huge like if you knew the fucking lightweight landscape in boxing, bro, you would be so excited because you got a guy like Teofimo Lopez, another champion, the IBF lightweight champion. You got Lomachenko. Lomachenko is the greatest at
I would love
135.
to
Like,
see that fight. That would be so. I like Lomachenko's. I've seen some of his shit too. He's fucking dope.
listen, Garcia's not mature enough for Lomachenko yet. That he's not ready for him. Lomachenko
No,
would dance circles around Garcia, and he would literally make Garcia lost in that ring. I promise. And I love Garcia's style, so don't get it twisted. Like I'm not hating on him, but
no, I
uh,
agree
the
though.
fight, yeah, exactly. But listen, do me a favor, see some of Devin Haney's fights, and see some of Teofimo Lopez's fights because those three, Lomachenko, Teofimo, and fucking Devin Haney are the best at 35. And in my ranking for 135 is this. Uh, oh, and Gervonta Tank Davis. But Gervonta's going back down to, I think, 130 for one of his next fights, I believe. So he's iffy on that, but he's a 35-pound champion. Uh, but I would love to see Ryan Garcia with Devin Haney. That's my pick right there. That's the fight that needs to happen in my opinion, Devin Haney is the best young 135er in the world. My ranking is Lomachenko is number one, Devin Haney number two, Teofimo Lopez number three, Gervonta Tank Davis number four, and Ryan Garcia is number five at
That's a beautiful
135.
lineup, man.
That's my lineup. So that's you know what? Let me switch that one up. So the people listening in don't try and ridicule my picks. Let me re-edit that one. So Lomachenko is number one. Uh, Devin Haney's number two. Tank is number three. Teofimo's number four, and number five is Ryan Garcia. So that's my top five in order for the 135-pound division. Um, and as you can see, I'm a big fan of Devin Haney because I have him at number two, and I think Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia would be the fight for every fight fan to fucking get into at 135.
Hell yeah, dude. I would definitely watch that shit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an
Absolutely.
interesting fight for me, man.
Watch some of Devin Haney's tapes and let me know. Dude, like I
Yeah,
said, get into the 135 division. Watch Lomachenko because all his fights are available on Top Rank on YouTube. Get to know Lomachenko. You're gonna be a Lomachenko fan immediately. I mean, you
oh
already
yeah.
are. Yeah, I mean, you
Hmm.
already seen some of his shit. Not to mention he sparred Dillashaw.
Yep.
I like Lomachenko because he lets MMA fighters get in there. You know why? MMA fighters are awkward in the boxing ring. They are so awkward. They give you amazing fucking work. A lot of the times MMA fighters 95% of the time hang with professional boxers during sparring. The good ones, like the real good MMA strikers. And it's because they're awkward. And the way you get better at boxing is you got to face awkward fucking boxers, and that's why Lomachenko can take care of any fucking fighter they put in front of him, anybody, because he gets that good work.
Insane, man. That's sick.
Absolutely. Anyway, man. So what's the next card?
The next card is it was supposed to be Holly Holm versus fuck. Who the fuck was Holly Holm supposed to fight? I don't fucking know.
She was supposed to headline the next one?
Yeah, but her opponent caught Rona, so now it's going to be Derek Brunson versus Edmund Shabazian. He's undefeated, and Edmund Shabazian is also managed by Ronda Rousey, so I thought that was interesting.
Wow. What weight class is this?
It's middle. Is it middle? I'm pulling it up right now. I'll double check.
And Ronda Rousey manages this other fighter. Wow.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Brunson. Yep, it is middleweight. 185. Brunson versus Shabazian.
And Shabazz
Derek Brunson.
Shabazz is promoted by Ronda.
Correct. He's 11-0, and Derek Brunson is 20-7.
Woo! Undefeated young lion.
It's going to be an interesting.
You got Ronda in your corner. Ooh, yes. When's the date for that, my friend?
It's this coming Saturday, August 1st. It's going to be on ESPN and ESPN Plus, I believe.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, fucking, I'm looking forward to that one, man. Anytime you mention Ronda Rousey's name back in the fight game, man, it gets everyone excited, man. I was always a fan back in the day, so fucking that'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch her fighter. She's managing. That's unbelievable.
That's crazy, isn't it? Now that she's not doing the WWE, she's managing fighters. I think that's a better fit for her.
Better fit for her fucking for just her overall fucking legacy, man. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And
it's
this
definitely
dude's
really
11-0. And she's got a young, hungry, undefeated prospect with 11 wins to his name. I love it. That's big.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. It's going to be really good for him. Hopefully he's able to keep that win streak going, man. I don't want him to lose that
Man,
I like Shabazian.
All right. Well, fuck. I've never seen any of his fights. How many fights is he into the UFC so far?
He has 3 fights in the UFC, and he won the 20 season tough 28.
Okay.
By split decision.
He's proven. He's definitely proven so far.
He was also on the Contender Series. He won that in 40 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So he's the real deal. He's no joke.
Yeah, he's legit as fuck, man. He trains in Glendale, Arizona.
Nice.
And his last fight was against Brad Tavares. He won with a left head kick with 2 minutes and 27 seconds into the first.
I think I saw highlights for that a little while back.
Yeah, it was on the Masvidal Diaz card.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Here we go. I mean, Brad Tavares is no slouch, in my opinion. So for him to do that to him, definitely, that's big. I like it. I'm looking forward to catching a little bit of this action.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. A couple other notable names would be Joanne Calderwood, Vicente Luque, Bobby Green, Kevin Holland.
Ooh, Bobby Green's next fight. Very nice. Ray
Borg. Bobby Green's going to fight Lando Venanta. I'm not sure who that is, but he's 11-4, 11-4-2. Fights out of Jackson's in Acoma. Jackson's MMA Acoma. What is that? That's Albuquerque. He fights out of Jackson Wink. The fuck?
Yep. Yeah, that's why I heard that name before. It's going to be solid, man. So a pretty stacked card coming up.
Yeah, very stacked card. It's going to be awesome. I'm really stoked for this, actually.
All right. Well, people listening in, that's the next bout coming. So we'll definitely be putting out more episodes until then. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But until then, catch us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and now Google Podcasts as well.
And now Google, bitch.
And if you Google us, we on there too. It's so sick.
There.
Yeah, dude. If you give Google Tail the Tape, our fucking Apple Podcast is the first thing that pops up.
So you hear that, people? Do that shit. It's easy. All y'all got iPhones. Check us out. Till next time.
We're out.